So when looking for a new companion in your life, a reptile is a great option for many people, but there's lots of types of reptiles. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over my top 5 beginner reptiles. Stay tuned. So number 5 on our list, we have the ball python. The ball python is a great option for many people because they're such a docile snake. Now you do have a few ball pythons that they're naturally just a little bit more sassy than others, but overall they're a great option for many keepers. Also, their husbandry requirements are relatively affordable. You won't need to go out and buy any special lights like any overhead heat or UVB bulbs, but you will need belly heat, which could be, from a one of those Zilla under heat mats or some heat tape in the back of the enclosure, underneath the enclosure. But you always want to make sure that you have the proper thermostat to regulate the temperature. A ball python's hot spot should be anywhere from 97 to 100 degrees, and their cool side should be about 75 to 80 degrees. Now, as far as what you want to keep them in, ball pythons, they don't need an entirely amount of large space, but always the bigger the better. I've seen racks that work out good because where ball pythons come from Africa, they stay in these big termite mounds out there. So they stay up in those mounds, and they just all day they hang out in there, and they come out at night to hunt the African mice and rats out there. So overall it's pretty relatively affordable, but you can always make it as exquisite as you want. There actually have been some ball pythons who have showed some arboreal tendencies in their habitats, so it's always a great option to add lots of different stimulants in there to for them to explore and check out. It's always a great option for that. Also, their feeding requirements is also relatively easy to do. As babies, they feed on small mice, and as they age and mature, they feed on larger rodents like medium and large rats, and you only need to feed them once a week, which is also great. The downside about having ball pythons is that they can be a little bit picky eaters. I've heard of ball pythons going for a year without eating, but the way they're designed and where they come from, they're able to withstand that. So if your ball python hasn't eaten for a couple weeks, it's not the end of the world, but just keep on trying to feed them that. I personally feed my ball pythons frozen thawed because it's a great way, affordable way, there goes winter, to stock up on their food for a while. So you don't have to keep going out back and forth to the pet store. So overall, ball python is a great option for any newbie reptile keeper. So number 4 on our list, we have the corn snake. A corn snake is a great option for any new reptile owner because of their handleability. They're relatively easy snake to handle. They always, most of them have a tame and nature demeanor about them. Another great option, like the ball python, if I mentioned this, is they come in a variety of different colors. So if you don't just like the wild type ball python, are you eating my beard hair? I felt like licking. I forgot what I was saying, but the corn snake is a good option. Their requirements is relatively easy. They require at least a 20-gallon tank. I have seen keepers keep them in tubs, which is also okay. But always the bigger the better. The more you can offer your animal, the best your animal will appreciate it. But overall, the corn snake is a great option, as well as their feeding requirements. You can feed them small rats and small mice, and they would happily take that for a meal. And what's a great thing about corn snakes is that they're affordable to purchase and they're widely available. You don't have to search very long to find a corn snake for sale. So that's number 4 on the list. We'll move on to our number 3 on our list. We have the crested gecko. The crested gecko is a great option for any newly keeper because of they're widely available, their tame demeanor, and the different paint jobs they come in. Crested geckos, the great thing I personally like about them, I personally don't have one, but I definitely would like to get one in the near future, is that they don't require any UVB or heat. So if you live in a home that's anywhere from 72 to 78 degrees, you don't need any secondary heat sources for them to be happy. Now, if you want to provide them UVB, it's always a great option, but it's not necessary for those guys. Their feeding is really easy. All they require is the Rapashi liquid diet. You put it in a deli cup in their enclosure, and they come down, they just lick it right up, and that's how they eat. You don't need to go out and buy insects every other week or so to feed them. Now, they will occasionally take small mealworms and superworms and crickets, but really all they need is that powder diet. You can buy like a big tub of it, and it'll last you a year or so. And another thing I like about crested geckos are their eyes. They have really beautiful eyes, and I really like them about them. So overall, a crested gecko is a great option for any person who wants to get a reptile. And a good thing about them too is, like I said, they're relatively affordable. Usually I think a normal type is like $60–70, but they can go all the way up to thousands of dollars, so it depends on what you want to get into. So we'll move on to our next. So number 2 on our list, we have the leopard gecko. I'm actually joined with one of the babies that we produced. It is a rainwater leopard gecko, which means that she's albino, but she's a beautiful little Leo. She'll be listed very soon on our website, so if you're interested in her, you can definitely check her out. But overall, leopard geckos are a great option for many reptile keepers because of their calm demeanor and their overall attitude. Leopard geckos are not a really flighty type of animal where they'll jump out of your hands, although when they're babies they can be a little bit flighty, but their overall demeanor is just absolutely adorable. They are relatively easy to take care of, so if y'all would like a in-depth care guide for these guys, let me know down in the comments. I'll be happy to do that. They require a minimum of a 20-gallon, but the bigger the better. So yeah, this is a leopard gecko. They also come in a variety of different colors. You have the normal leopard gecko, and then all the way up to my favorite, the black knight leopard gecko. The black knight leopard gecko is a expensive Leo. I mean, you have to save a lot of money to afford that. I actually entered a picture right here of what that looks like, or over here. But overall, they're just an awesome little creature. These guys come from Pakistan, so yeah, there's a neat little guy. They're crepuscular, which means that they're active at dawn and active at dusk. You have nocturnal and then diurnal, which means diurnal means they're active in the day, nocturnal means at night, and then these guys are crepuscular. So that's a neat little definition for y'all to learn. So overall, they're an awesome little animal, and they'd be a great option for any new reptile keeper. So number 1 on our list, and if you notice, Winter is gone. She was getting a little bit antsy. I don't know if you can see, but I have some battle scars from that. So I need to clip her nails. But other than that, number 1 on our list is, well, the bearded dragon. And I would say I'm extremely biased because I love bearded dragons. But they are a great option for any new keeper, kind of. If you looked at our care guide, I'll link that down below. They can be a little bit hard to understand as far as what they need and what they don't need, but once you get that down pat, they're overall smooth sailing from there. So the reason why I put them in this list, because I just love them. But if you are just getting into reptiles, you would need to do a lot of research before just going out and buying them. But you want to do a lot of research before you go out and buy any animal, for that matter. But beardies, they can be a little bit complicated. The thing I love about bearded dragons is, well, I love their name, bearded dragon. It just sounds cool to me. But also their personalities. Each bearded dragon I have, they all are a little different in their own ways. And they when you walk by their cage, they seem to acknowledge you, and they're just really cool little animals. And I also love their different morphs. I also do have a video about that, but they are just an awesome pet. They originate from Australia, and their requirements, they will require a minimum of 40-gallon breeder. but you know, the bigger the better, of course. I personally keep mine in a 80-gallon equivalent with sliding doors on it, and they do need UVB and a heat bulb. If you don't have that, your bearded dragon won't last very long, and if it does, they're going to come out really crippled and not looking good. But overall, they're an awesome, I think, choice if you want to get your first reptile. You know, keeping in mind that you do your research before you go out and purchase the animal. And you know, every day is different with these guys. I learn something new every single day working with these animals. So it's always an experience, but every day it's just awesome to, you know, walk in my room and just see, you know, little babies hatch out and they grow into this, and you know, and she's still growing up. You know, she'll get quite a bit bigger. But yeah, they're just awesome. I love bearded dragons. I love all reptiles. So yeah, that was number 1 on our list, the bearded dragon. So I hope y'all enjoyed hanging out with us today. If you have any more questions or comments, let me down below. That was stupid. Let me know down below. I'll be happy to answer them for y'all. My name is Marshall, and thank you for watching the A1 Exotics YouTube channel. Subscribe, and you know, all 14 of you, I think, hit that notification bell so you get updated when we post our next video. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.